Hello and welcome to the Carbon Copy podcast Running Out of Time special. I'm Isabelle Sparrow and today's episode is based in Northampton, where I had the absolute joy of participating in an event with Northamptonshire Children's Trust as the baton arrived yesterday. We do hope you're enjoying the podcast as much as we're enjoying making it. We've already featured so many incredible organisations and individuals who are involved with this year's climate relay, and there's more excitement to come, so subscribe to make sure you don't miss an episode. The event yesterday took place at the Northampton Town FC Stadium. When I arrived, Harry and Rasheen from the relay crew were already there with some of the faster runners from the previous leg. The stadium was buzzing with young people, Northamptonshire Children's Trust team members and relay runners everywhere. You'll have to forgive the audio in this episode, it's a little noisy, but hopefully it helps to show what a lively and inspiring event it was. The first person I chatted to was Ray Shaw, manager of the Leaving Care team at the Trust, who'd just finished a leg of the relay when we spoke.
My name's Rachel Shaw, everyone calls me Ray. We're part of Northamptonshire Children's Trust. I'm part of the Leaving Care service and we're supporting the Running Out of Time relay. So yeah, we work with 16 to 25-year-olds and I think it affects everybody and it's going to affect them for longer than it will affect us. So it's good to get people involved in climate change campaigns, get aware of what's going on locally, get fit, take part in sport, look after yourself, go places on foot, on bike, and wheelchairs. We've got a wheelchair participant. This support's been great because we've got some of our independent supported accommodation providers are here. We've got foster carers here. We've got people in the HR department from the Trust are running it. So just to show support for everybody has been great. Some of our local offer providers, GXO, are here. Everybody's been great.
Just after that chat, the baton arrived with some of the walkers and wheelers from the previous leg. It was taken for a few laps of the stadium and I joined in with one of them. Turns out I haven't actually run in the relay yet after all. Here's my conversation with Rohan from the relay crew and Mitch, a care leaver who participated in the relay.
It's been such a nice start to the day. We went to a school first up who were amazing, the most articulate school we've had so far. So good, talking about the environment, talking about what they want to do, asking us really difficult questions about how communities can do more for the environment and how the world can come together to help save the environment. So that was really inspiring and motivating to see.
Was it a primary school or a secondary school? Secondary school.
So they were really eloquent. And then we've just had a walk along with the Northampton Children's Trust and some care leavers, and we walked from the centre, from the Guildhall, all the way to the Sixfields Stadium. A lot of people running up front, and then we kind of walked to the back to sweep everyone up and just get there. And it's a really nice big group and everyone's really positive and happy and enthusiastic. So it's been amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're with the Children's Trust and they've got so many young people here. It's absolutely amazing they've managed to get this many people engaged with the relay. So what's your name and how are you involved today with the relay?
Okay, I'm Mitch. I'm involved with the Northampton Children's Trust. I'm a care leaver.
You're a care leaver,
yeah.
And have you've been involved with the relay today? You came from the Guildhall this morning.
Yeah.
And how was it? How have you found it?
Very fun, actually. I've really enjoyed it. It was difficult at the start trying to get into a rhythm, but once I was in it, I enjoyed it.
How do you feel about the environment and climate change? Because this is obviously supposed to be about raising awareness and getting people more involved in climate action. Is it something that you think about at all?
Yeah, definitely, because it will affect us more, the younger generation.
Yeah.
So we definitely need to be more aware of it, yeah.
And what's happening after this? Like, what happens after the baton leaves the stadium today?
It goes on another leg, yeah.
Are you doing any more? Or is that...
I'm not sure. I'm gonna try and get in on the last one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're going to come down to the finale?
Yeah. Even if I can't get involved in it, I'll still go down there.
Yeah.
Trying to support the fellow runners.
I had the chance to speak to another care leaver, Justin, who now works in finance at the Children's Trust. He too had just run a leg and told me why the relay is important to him.
I'm Justin Martin. I'm a care leaver in the Children's Trust, but I'm also employed by them to do payments. So I make payments to vulnerable young people and their families and help support them that way. I've just taken part in the leg of a relay from Northamptonshire's Guildhall to the Northampton Sixfields Stadium.
And how did your leg go?
I feel like it went all right. I set off a bit too fast. I probably could have paced myself a bit better. But other than that, I'm quite happy that I did it in a reasonable time and took part in such a great event.
Is climate change something that you've been worried about, something that you think about ever?
Yeah, I think it's had a big knock-on effect on everything. Obviously, if we want the future, we need to look after the environment, which will also help look after the economy and help people live a better lifestyle and a happy lifestyle. I think people get a bit too set on money's this, money's that, but obviously we also need to look after the environment. There's not going to be anywhere to live in 10, 15 years' time.
Well, thank you very much for chatting to me. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Good luck with everyone else for the rest of the legs. I hope to see many more people get involved. Thank you for your time.
Before the baton left on the next leg of the relay, I had the chance to chat to some of the runners who would be carrying it. First, here's Damon from Northampton Town FC Community Trust.
So my name's Damon Fox. I'm the Environmental Sustainability Lead here at Northampton Town Community Trust. I, as part of the charity of the football club, work alongside the football club members of staff, whether it's the catering team, it's the CEOs of both the trust and the football club, members of the trustees, etc., to sort of shape a vision and action plan about how we can be more sustainable as an organisation and out in the community. We deliver over 35 projects a week to over 1,000 participants aged from 5 to 95, and sustainability is becoming a bigger part of that sort of work that we do. We don't have a department yet. It's me at the minute running that. We do a lot of work with schools. As you can see, we've got the children in the background. We engage in projects such as Planet League, which is a football league with all the football clubs, where they do activities that relate to climate and score goals by doing those activities. We're also part of things like Pledge Ball, which there'll be a special announcement about that coming soon, where on match days, it's a website, it's an app where fans can pledge to say that they're going to do climate-related activities, and it measures their CO2 if they were to do those activities. And again, we're in the league table with other football clubs. And finally, we're also part of things like the Hedgehog Football League, which, again, we raise awareness about hedgehogs to fans, to children, to our stadium groundsmen who have got the hedgehog stickers on their lawnmowers and lots of different things like that. So we try and do as much as we can to make it visible that the club are keen to support this sort of area.
And where does the kind of impetus for all this come from? Is it from yourselves? Like, did you make the decision to do this, or do you hear from the fans that actually this is stuff that they care about as well?
Good question, because initially it was ourselves to drive it through something like Planet League, which was a project, and then because we were really successful, my job came about. And then actually our latest project that we're doing now is called Climate Captains, and it's linked with the European football clubs. And it's been designed that we've done an initial survey, we've reached out to fans, they've told us about their current habits, they've told us about their lifestyles, about how that being sustainable cost to them or their backgrounds and history of their families and where they live, and link it to sustainability. Now what we're going to do is some roundtables with fans for them to decide to pick the next 2 projects that we lead on at the club, whether it's something around more solar related activities or whether it's more electric chargers or whatever they want it to be. But we're now leading that with the fans taking sort of ownership.
That's great. And obviously the relay has parked itself here for a moment, and you're about to go on and do the next leg.
Next 3 legs.
Next 3 legs.
Yes.
Oh my goodness! So how far are you going?
Marathon today, 20k, 13 miles.
I mean, obviously, you work for a football club. I'm assuming that you're a pretty sporty person yourself normally. Is it the big thing for you, or is it quite a sort of...
I like running. So running is mine. I did a charity run last year for children in poverty, 750k in 12 weeks. So did a half marathon about 6 weeks ago. So I'd like to think I'm not out of shape.
What do you think about the relay? Is it something that you're...
Really interesting, because I didn't know about it until this year. I know they tried to attempt to come to us last year and wasn't able to. So I got straight involved because of my role and then also my passion for running. Then the idea of raising awareness is fantastic. I've been following the journey since last Thursday. So I'm hoping to just make sure we deliver on that as well for the next 3 legs.
I also spoke to green runner Richard, who participated in last year's event and ran legs both in Northampton and in London, and Charlotte from Northampton Road Runners, who was new to the relay but was keen to do more to raise awareness of climate issues. Here they are explaining more.
I'm Richard Wright. I'm one of the green runners. I've been involved with this relay last year, doing the local legs and then going down to London for the finale, joining up with other green runners. And I'll be joining the green runners along with Champions for Earth this Saturday at the Restore Nature Now Climate March in London. This is something that I'm extremely passionate about, trying to reduce my footprint, runners' footprint, athletes' footprint, also get people doing more sport while not having such a big carbon footprint from it.
Amazing. And you say you're a green runner. What stuff are you doing? What stuff are you involved with in terms of like helping the climate and nature?
With the green runners, I've been trying to highlight to race companies how they need to stop using plastic bottles, stop medals, T-shirts especially is one I've been So I used to race triathlons and all sorts of races. Now I pick and choose races that only adhere to those. I try and only race locally, or if I can get there sustainably. I've also been involved with local Surfers Against Sewage because I do a lot of swimming in the River Nen and the Ouse. So I was involved with that protest recently and trying to stop the water companies using our rivers as a dumping ground.
I'm Charlotte Yarkett. I'm here with a group from Northampton Roadrunners. We've got a bit of a history of when we've heard of relays coming through the area to try to support them. And obviously, knowing it's for a really good cause as well and something that raises awareness drew us. So those of us who are around on a midweek time to run, we're keen to join in.
So is climate change something that you're really passionate about, something that you do a lot for generally?
To be honest, I think it's something that is on the radar and you can feel like, as a individual, what can you do to actually make a difference? And it can feel a little bit depressing and a little bit overwhelming, but making the pledges to commit to do something while you're running means that you can take ownership of something yourself. I think this has really brought it home to us, and hopefully we'll share our adventure with our club mates and they'll be on board as well.
Yeah, amazing. All right, well, good luck with your leg. How far are you running today?
5 miles, and then I've got a couple of people. I'm going to shout out John and Lynn, who are running back to the start to do a half marathon.
As the relay crew hopped back in the van, I also took to the road and headed the 8 kilometres along to Blissworth to meet Damon, Richard, Charlotte and the other Northampton Roadrunners as they finished the leg. Everyone was in great spirits as they ran off, baton held high in the direction of Milton Keynes. Thanks so much to everyone that took the time to chat with me in Northampton. It was a pleasure to meet you all. The Carbon Copy podcast is written and presented by me, Isabelle Sparrow. Our producer and editor is Bradley Ingham. The relay is now making its way towards London and we'll be joining the crew there this evening to celebrate Clean Air Day. That episode will be out tomorrow morning, so until then, thanks for listening and goodbye.